Hello guys, welcome to our Sunday early stream where we're gonna watch ladies professional playing against our TTQ top 10, top 2 and top 3 players. First, we're gonna start with Clawmac, and also hello everyone. She's gonna be playing against Yamaguchi Eriko ladies professional 2 dan. Let me grab the profile, and we will be soon talking about our prediction. You guys have prediction going on. You can vote on who's going to win. Yesterday we had a lot of points going on. Let's see how many today. This is gonna be a 2-piece handicap. And here it is, Yamaguchi Eriko, ladies professional 2 done. This will be our lady professional for today. And Clawmac, you all know, of course. From UK. It's gonna be our representative, let's call it, yeah? For today's game. How are you guys feeling? Do you think we're going to have another exciting match? Yesterday was pretty exciting, not gonna lie. Hi, New Galaxy, hi Kent, and hi, CEO. Good afternoon, CEO. All right, we are setting up the game. Clawmac should be already here. Remember that we have prediction going on. I set it up for like 5 minutes into the game, so you guys can discuss a little bit. Well, I see already 4,000 points on yes, she will win. And we, of course, have some doubters as well. Hi, Lady. Hope you're feeling okay. If we have Clawmac in the chat, would like to hear her determination for the game. If not, then it's fine, of course. CEO is saying I was gonna give up on playing 4-5 Rook and even Shogi until I see the hopes from Yamaguchi Sensei's tutorial video. Her tutorial video has really inspired me. That's great to hear, CEO. You can thank her after the game, maybe. Where are you playing? Can you write? I'm newbie and finding a site. This is 81 Dojo. Hello, Koshiro. Welcome, guys. Welcome. We still have 10 minutes to go. Really exciting. 2-piece handicap will be the handicap, and usually it's not the easiest one. Yeah, we talked yesterday that the bishop handicap is quite a difficult one. It's really close to the equal game. 2-piece means that it's less likely to 2-piece, it means that it's much easier to win, but still you cannot play without thinking. Yeah, it's very easy to like sleep and for the game to get over. Later today at 2 p.m. we'll have 4-piece handicap, but yeah. We have some technical issues, but it's gonna be okay. Sorry for English. So this website that we're currently at is called 81dojo.com. As to your question, can you write? I don't know what you mean by that. I also recommend you to join our Discord. We have like a full resource list on our Discord, and you can ask those type of questions over there as well. There are many beginners, and there as well you can join us. Train your English as well if you feel not confident. But I think your English is good, so don't worry. Today we have a special event. We'll have ladies professional playing against Clawmac from UK, who was the second place on our Tourney to Queen tournament. If you guys wanna join our TT series, registration for season 5 is until Monday. So hurry up and register right now. And later today at 2 p.m. we will have Isabella from Brazil, top 3 of TTQ, playing against Ajiki, ladies professional. One down, let me just grab her profile as well. This will be Ajiki, and this is Yamaguchi, Eriko. And I'm specifically saying Eriko because there are many Yamaguchis in lady professional world. So it's quite confusing. You can see that her win rate this year is very, very high, 18 wins and 9 losses. So she is very, very strong opponent for Clawmac to play against. So hopefully Clawmac will be careful enough to play good moves and show us a great fight. I will ask Clawmac what she thinks about the game. So far we have 4,000 points on to yes she will win and 6,000 on unfortunately. So you guys are much more split today than yesterday. I guess I did a good job of teaching people not to put 100,000 against Uwate. I see what you mean. Imagine Yamaguchi making a video about this. It would be pretty cool, but I don't think she will actually. Although I have some good news coming up about TTQ in the future. I got some hopes for the future after talking with Yamada yesterday. So we might see something cool happening in the future. Clawmac is now following. That's quite late to do so, but thank you, Clawmac. Internet is lagging. Oh no, CEO. Oh no, you better fix that before the game starts. We'll switch off stream now. All right. Can you tell us what's your determination for the game, Clawmac, before you leave? If you didn't already. And C3A says, good luck, Natasha. So we know who you're voting on. Yes, it is confirmed. You predict this. Yes, she will win. So that's good. If you guys want to gamble your points, the prediction is still coming on. Yesterday we had Bishop handicap with Philly. It was really exciting. If you guys didn't see, the vote is still available on Twitch, and later on it's going to be available on YouTube, on our YouTube too. Channel. We have 2 YouTube channels. Ah, all right. So we have solved the technical issue. Let me make sure Yamaguchi knows how to set up the game, and then we will have Clawmac challenge her. Konbanwa, Ozenzai. Welcome, welcome. All right. So she will be making the room now, and we will have Clawmac challenge her. Send she instructions on Discord. Konbanwa, konbanwa. Good evening. Konnichiwa here. For CO, CO is actually evening as well, right? So we're setting up the game. Yamaguchi should be waiting for a game soon. So. Not waiting for the game yet, so We have to wait. Oh, there's a Polish samurai. Yesterday I also learned we have like a Polish Twitter. I was surprised. I don't know who's making that, but I love you. Lily is playing a game. A handicap game. A pawn free... Interesting. All right. So far our prediction is 14 points for yes, she will win, and 14,000. And 11,000 for unfortunately ... So most of us, it seems to be voting for that Clawmac shall prevail. Okay, she's still not waiting, so I need to figure out why. Did both of them make any preparations for this game? That's what I didn't hear. I asked I didn't ask them, and it seems we don't have time to ask them, but hopefully they did prepare. Yes. Yeah, so she didn't set up the room yet. So that's... Oh! I see. She mistook the time. She thought it's 1 hour later. Whoops. All right, we should be okay. We should be okay, guys. We should be okay. Time zones, yeah. All right, she's waiting. Cool. It's also quite difficult because they're kind enough to like do it for free, and it's Sunday and it's like evening for them, so I imagine they're tired. But it's so nice of them to do it for us. You know, for you guys, for free, right? So nice of them. So we should really enjoy this game. Really appreciate it. And wish, of course, for Clawmac to do her best. So we have 2-piece handicap, meaning that Yamaguchi won't be having the bishop and rook. And as you saw yesterday, this 5-4 pawn over here, that's... Click, yeah. This pawn over here is like the usual way to open up. And that's important because you wanna block off this bishop's like power, yeah? So this is why Clawmac is playing the Joseki. In order to keep this bishop line open, she is like challenging this file so that Yamaguchi cannot take this. In the meantime, it is natural to like develop this pawn, put the silver somewhere up, put the rook here, put the knight here. I was excited to see those two moves for Clawmac, but it seems like it's a little bit off the Joseki so far. So I don't know what exactly Clawmac is planning. We're gonna see in a moment. Maybe it's something like a central rook type of deal, but we're gonna see. Her face is not here actually because it's not an official account. Joke's on you. You can see she had to make an account specifically. That was the technical problem we had. She's a real ladies professional, yes. A lady student, this person. So we have Yamaguchi's using this gold to like attack this file. Now it is impossible for Clawmac to defend that pawn because the rook is blocked by the silver. Let me double check what happened. So she took the vanguard pawn. I see. So she's playing like this tandem, silver tandem. It's one of the strategies you can use in this opening. So she did prepare, it seems. Now, yes, we are pawn down, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But considering that she has two big piece advantage, it's still fine. If in exchange we're gonna get tempo, that's great. This pawn push is important because you force this silver here to protect the bishop line. Usually would prefer to use the silver here, but having this pressure here means that the silver is forced to like be in this corner. That's not the best place for the silver. So it's well done from Clawmac having the Joseki shape. And now she's going for central rook. She's probably gonna castle the king here, going with the silver tandem strategy. So it's like a handicap strategy, if you guys didn't know. I hate to play against it. I really hate to play against silver tandem. So I'm gonna see how Yamaguchi is going to play this, and I'm gonna learn from her how to destroy the silver tandem. That's my objective for today. All right. So we can see Yamaguchi slowly targeting the bishop's head. Usually what I'd like to do is like to push this pawn here and have a dangling pawn, but so far she has one pawn. So maybe she'll sacrifice it here and force the bishop off this diagonal to make it less active. We're gonna see what's the choice she will make here. And you know, if you control these files, it means your king will have more space to go to. Now the lance move is a little bit surprising to me. I see, to keep the bishop on this diagonal, perhaps quite an interesting idea. Remember guys, this Clawmac is a very strong chess player, so we have a different approach to shogi theory in general here. But it's also quite enjoyable to watch. Ozenzai says, I lost shogi games by 3 ladies professionals before all Rokumayochi. Ah, I see. So this is what handicap Joseki looks like. I just play normal 4-5 or 3-5 rook against Mifa and it works. Yeah, I mean, playing normal strategy also works. But yeah, if you go for like strategies, there are specific books about them. There are some Japanese ones. There is the online tutorial by Larry Kaufman, if you guys are interested. Larry Kaufman. You can Google that. He has a good tutorial. But usually playing the strategy you're used to, like in case of CAAA, that would be 4-4 third file. It's also a very good strategy I used in Kenshukai, for example. Yeah, play what you're used to. Don't do weird stuff. Shiyov says, I played Silver Tandem with Mifa and lost miserably long time ago. And it seems Clawmac really studied Joseki well. Yeah. I agree. So we still don't have a good engagement from Clawmac. Generally, what we would see is this knight joining the attack, like forcing it to jump up, then using the silver. Somewhere around those squares, you would like to start an engagement. The other thing I can imagine is like maybe putting the rook here, putting a pressure on the gold would be possible, but the rook would be a little bit too high. And slowly you can see Yamaguchi pushing this pawn. She will be pushing this pawn in order to again block the bishop line, yeah? So we are almost past the opening phase and we are slowly we'll see some engagement happening soon. Of course, minus of pushing this pawn is that this line is now open, but it's not a big problem for now. Anytime the bishop goes to the edge, the head will be weak, right? You can notice that Clawmac has a weakness here, like the rook and gold will have silver fork on them, so we have to be careful about that. And probably what Yamaguchi would like to do next is like make this silver more useful if possible. Like pushing this pawn, pushing the silver here to have a silver crown. That would be like a natural way to follow in this position. Maybe put this lance here to keep the connection to the pieces and slowly try to use this knight to the attack as well. We're gonna see how she solves this situation. And in the meantime, Clawmac finally engaged on the 5/5 pawn. It's gonna be a pawn exchange. We could take it with the bishop, threatening sacrifices like this. But as the bishop takes, I think Yamaguchi will drop the pawn. Moving the silver up would be dangerous because silver bishop takes, king takes, and the rook can promote, right? So we would have to drop the pawn. We could go with the silver and we would like to like drop the pawn on king's head. The problem is that would be Nifu for now, so be careful about that. And now we will have to go back, unfortunately. Yeah. Satisfied with one pawn exchange, trying to find another way to break the situation. Yeah. So Yamaguchi, as I said, this silver that's usually useless is slowly getting activated. She deleted that silver wall. And now Clawmac has to like figure out how to bite this position, how to break it through. And what to do about this gold, stuff like that. The minus, of this gold is that it's very far away from the king for Yamaguchi. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I talked about the importance of keeping the bishop open. This move kind of closes the bishop line. So unless we have some other way to activate the bishop, or are we targeting like heavy exchanges here? That's also a possibility. The problem is they will have a fork on our pieces. Well, I'm quite curious where this idea is leading to. The other idea could be to put the bishop here, and as this pawn is pushed, we drop this pawn. Pawn takes silver, takes pawn drop, and as the pawn is dropped, we, boom, sacrifice the bishop and try to break through. That would be like a heavy way of attacking because we sacrifice the whole bishop. But we still have to be careful about this, yeah? We talked about the preservation of the pieces on our book stream. This would be one of those examples. This is the move that looks good, but I don't like it because now you have a weakness here and you don't really need that silver to attack. Even though there are like two silvers here, it seems like they're controlling the center well. There's no way to like follow up on it unless I'm missing something. So yeah, this pawn push is the good move for the handicap giver always. It goes in pair with this gold. And now we're not able to do this move, yeah? Not able to do this move, and I see. Okay, so we're using this to go here, maybe. That's the idea. Then we'll have a weakness still here, yeah? We have to be very careful about this 3-6 file now. The head of the knight. We say it's a weak point, but also it's a weak point because nothing is protecting it. It's not only targeting the knight's head, you know, like a pawn push, it's also a space for the enemy to drop their pieces. We played a game with yellow on Saturday, and there was this move where I dropped my silver here and his king was here, and it's like very, very surrounding him. I think his king was here or here. Yeah, something like that. Very, very surrounding move. The early king escape. All right, so Clawmac dropped the pawn here. It looks like an amazing move, forcing the king backward. And now engaging with the knight. Of course, if we take it, the silver we approach, we go to the 5th row. That's something we cannot allow, so we move the silver up instead. And now Clawmac is in pretty interesting position because her bishop is now reopened. She will delete one of the defender pieces and perhaps will be able to advance her silver. So yeah, if silver takes this, silver goes up again. 5th row, very happy. So king is forced to retake. And then we're trying to activate all of the pieces. And Yamaguchi's only chance is actually to try to like escape the king from this danger site over here into the enemy camp. So that's what she will be doing here. Because as the king enters this camp, it's really hard to capture it using only forward moving pieces, yeah? Clawmac was able to maybe activate the bishop, but decided that token is more important. And we slowly need to start thinking how to prevent that king from entering. We could go like this and continue fighting the king from the side. We could at some point sacrifice the bishop, say, hey, I prefer to have silver than a bishop to attack you. But we have to be careful of this counterattack. And of course this counterattack, yeah? I'm talking very quickly because they're playing very quickly. Clawmac still have 5 minutes left. Yamaguchi. I also played training shogi against her. She always plays very quickly because she thinks very quickly. She's a very strong player. So it's no surprise for me that she's playing decisively and quickly. She's really exploiting the lack of thickness on the Clawmac's left side. That's true. That's the only way the king, you know, can escape. So pawn promotion to get a pawn in hand on this file. I would expect pawn drop here next to allow the king to escape. Pawn drop here. All right, blocking the bishop still. This is getting interesting for both sides. We could take it with the bishop and get a silver in hand. Now we don't have this weakness here. And maybe we could target moves like this next. So I would say Clawmac has good chances now. She took it with the gold, so she took it with a stronger piece. So usually you don't want to give a good defending pieces to your opponent because it will be harder to break their defense. So I would prefer to have a gold. But if we have a good continuation here, then of course I wouldn't mind. Because if the bishop goes away now, the silver is falling. That's the problem. If the bishop goes here, blocks the rook. This is why I prefer to take it with the bishop. I saw a DB2 game before. Yeah, I played her in my debut match, actually. I think I played her in total of 3 times in my career so far. Nakabisha and Anaguma. Then it wasn't my debut game. My debut game was a double swinging rook. Unless you mean it was swinging rook, Anaguma type of, maybe. Yeah, so here is where Clawmac will take some time. to consider sacrifice as well. The king is now attacking the silver. We have to be aware of that. And there might be some chance for her here. Might be some chance here. The king is still quite safe. Yamaguchi has only knight and bishop. I mean, this king is quite safe. Still, if we give too many pieces, there might be some scary variations. We have to be aware, of course, of this line being open. And the biggest thing that we have to prevent is this king entering. So for now, our silver is hanging, so we have to deal with that. Clawmac decides to protect it lightly with the pawn drop. If king were to take it, then we have to find a way to continue pressuring the king. And I think another pawn drop would force the king into very unpleasant position. We have only one silver, one gold though. It requires some reading, basically. Pawn 6/6 seems to work. Yeah, interesting indeed. So for example, in the next move, if we were to drop the silver here, the king goes here. It almost looks like a checkmate type of situation. Yeah, it is. Gold drop, knight drop. That would be a checkmate. So silver drop, the king would have to go somewhere to these squares, those squares. Okay, bishop drop. Bishop drop is to control those files, so that the king can enter. And now is the question, you know, will Clawmac block this king advancement or not? That question remains. She has, though, many pieces in hand. She has silver and gold and a knight. And on top of it, she can drop pawns on the 7 and 8 file. So seems like it, if she plays correctly, she will be able to stop the king. She uses the silver. And the bishop promotes taking the lance. Now our problem will be this pawn promotion, which will activate this piece. And another problem that unfortunately appeared is that the king can go here because the lance disappeared. And this is where the king will be going. A move to prevent it would be to drop the knight here, maybe. But we move the rook, so the king is gonna go there now. And I guess this is type of the situation that chess people are not really used to. In chess, you have the option of promoting your pawns, getting a queen. So as long as you have piece advantage or control over the board, you're able to get a queen and capture the king. In shogi, though, your opponent has an option to make infinite amount of tokens. Not really infinite, but and like make a castle for the king on your side of the board more easily, yeah. Because unlike in chess, the last square, the last row is the promotion zone. In shogi, you have 3 promotion rows and many pieces that promote, not only pawns. Did my headphone die? But yeah, like once this situation appears, it's much harder to utilize that advantage you had. That's better. Now I can hear the sound. Yeah, so many pieces around. It's really unlikely that the king will be captured without some trick, and Clawmac is knowing below me. So yeah, lady professional players and professional in general, they have years of experience playing different types of handicaps. This is why she was able to like quickly establish where are her good points, quickly establish that she wanna enter the king, stuff like this. So, as I said, now Yamaguchi will be able to like castle her king around. And by handicap rules, even if both sides manage to enter, the handicap giver will receive additional points of the pieces that they've given up in the beginning of the game. So basically the fact that Yamaguchi has now a horse on the board means that she would have 3 big pieces, 15 points immediately, yeah? So for Clawmac, this double entering thing, that's not a possibility. Clawmac is trying to break on the 7-6 pawn by attacking it by numbers, but Yamaguchi counters it by attacking the rook and defending the pawn at the same time. She will be able to promote the pawn next as well. So you can see, yeah, she keeps adding the pieces around her king, so she will be untouchable. Clawmac, as I mentioned, have only forward moving pieces, so a lance and a knight. Those are not really useful to like help to approach the king from this side. And using them from this side is not also possible because there are tokens and there is the horse, right? So that's the entering king type of dynamic. So once more, yeah, material advantage doesn't mean so much anymore because of those tokens appearing. It's like Yamaguchi got 2 additional golds. This is a pawn, that's a check, a focal point. It's usually a good move. It's confusing to the opponent and so on. If the horse would take, we could consider stuff like knight drops and like disturbing the shape, but king took going deeper into the promotion camp. This gold is still under attack painfully. It's really difficult for Clawmac right now to win this game. But she's still fighting. She's still fighting. Let's see if she will come up with something. Can we see impasse calculator? Yes, sure. Entered pieces, yes. Pieces 3 points 20 for Yamaguchi. I don't know if it's calculating correctly. I think it is. I don't know. So I don't think it's gonna end up in impasse because Yamaguchi has enough tokens and Clawmac is too far away from the promotion zone. This wasn't... Yes, we delete the token, but we pay 2 generals to do so. Yeah, that's a little bit looking bad right now. And then there is a check here. There'll be a check here. Maybe we're gonna drop a gold. Look, guys, we drop another gold to ensure our victory. It's such a... How do you say? Shogi that you're... Rather than win, shogi that you're trying not to lose. Makenai shogi in Japanese. Making sure you don't fail, you don't make mistake, yeah? Yes, it is overkill, but it's correct. Sometimes we are supposed to play shogi like this. Would Senta have any chances? points wise if dragon went 8 right side of the pieces. Even if she will be able to enter her king, she would have to have much more points in order to win this game. No! And it's painfully over, I'm afraid. Yeah. Clawmac. Biome is hard, guys. Biome is hard. So we're gonna go into post-game discussion. I'm gonna try to zoom in the board a little bit so that you guys can see the chat. And I will go to my work. Translating this. Good game, definitely good game. You could see that Clawmac prepared. You could see her fighting spirit. It was really interesting game. Yeah, we saw some part of the handicap games that we don't usually see. The entering king. The next game will start at 2 p.m. So I recommend you guys stay for that. It will be Ajiki Ladies Professional Wandan. Playing against Brazilian representative in 4-piece handicap. Hi Clawmac, good game. I'm gonna translate now what she's saying. If you have anything to ask her, just type it in English. I'm gonna translate. On move 56. Pawn drop to 8-4 was a really great move. It was indeed. Yeah, if you have any questions, Clawmac, just throw it in the 81 Dojo chat and I can translate. Opening Jisho just in case. Opening middle game, I thought was totally. I thought. Total control. Arigato. Larry Kaufman. No homeから勉強しました。夢。I'm pretty sure she knows a little bit English as well, so. Also. 逃げないように。勉強の成果。I see. So it seems like she saw the result of the training. Good result outcome. As much as once. It's probably idiom. I could feel your preparations. I'll translate it like that. Chinese, okay. on move 60. Silver for 7. Targeting rook takes 5-4 was something I was afraid of. I see. Yeah, so this is really good move actually. Like your rook is going to achieve sabaki. Yeah. Even if I defend with king 6-3, pawn 8-3 promotion looks like my loss. Hey Mifa, hello! There was an Entering King, a really interesting game. If you missed it, you should watch it later. And we had Clawmac play the Tandem, which was also really good shape for you guys to remember. Really good study for us. It's kind of funny translation because tandem in Japanese is written in katakana. After that, I recommend to drop to attack pound of 5. Oh, I see Isabella is also online for the next game. The next game will be in 22 minutes. So I hope you guys there for that. Yeah, this bishop would be amazing here. And it's actually treating a checkmate in 1-2. Going back to the game. Yamaguchi's voice. Minasan, konbanwa, Teruyuki. Yeah. Kawaisona gaijin. No. She wouldn't say that. She would never say that. She's a very kind person, C-Triple-A. Really kind. She's so kind to do this for us. You also hate Silver Tandem? I know, right, Mifa? I know. Oh, I typed King 6-4. Whoops. Sorry, Valavoshi. Nice catch. I always have you guys to capture my mistakes. Really grateful for it. Wish I noticed earlier. Hey, Chinchilla Pyramid. Woo. So we have Yamaguchi explaining this position. Move 78 is maybe A critical point. Critical. Key position, maybe. Or key position. If you manage to seal off the king entering, you will win. Prevent the king entering. Do sureばいいですか? What should I do? How to seal off the king? Clawmac says I chose silver tandem because it is also called twin silver, and I have twin daughters. Oh, stop it. Stop it. I'm gonna melt. Do you guys know I have a twin sister as well? I recommend silver drop to 6-7. What do you think? I mean, she's not really asking, but like basically she's wondering whenever this is a good move, I guess. That's a mistranslation, but about it. Maybe. Yeah, I do, Clawmac. do your daughters also play shogi or chess? Next target is to drop 7-6 gold. They play basketball. Ooh, are they tall? Or, I mean, I also played basketball, like, on class, and I'm not too tall, but I really like to, like, run under people's legs. Not run under people's legs, actually, but, like, run between them quickly and swiftly. So I imagine there are different styles, but, of course, the stereotype would be that you have to be tall. ここ何をさしたら, you know, do you see any move you wouldn't like here? Oh, okay, I give up silver on 6-5. Naるほど。6五銀は気にしないで、まっすぐ進めないようにすればよかった。You will melt after this, Karo Sensei. Everyone has twin hands. I mean, if you have both left hands, Isoga Shifu, I would be concerned. If I take the silver, rook 5 is punishing me. Translate like this. It's not exactly the verb she used, but it makes sense in English, so I'm gonna translate it like that. The next game is gonna start in 15 minutes, so I'm gonna start the prediction and choosing the outcome. Congratulations, people who doubted. So unfortunately, Clawmac lost. And it was really, really close. half and half. Now we're gonna start another prediction for the next game. Will she show us Brazilian spirit? Yes, no. That's the joke about the Japanese spirit. All right, guys, you get it right? Oh, shoot. Actually, no. We have to delete this. It's only 30 seconds. I will have to redo that prediction. Sorry about that. Do not vote yet. Do not vote yet. King 6-4. Yes, checkmate. Gold drop. So the silver drop was better, it seems. Cool. I don't understand. Why do I have two predictions running at the same time? I don't understand it. Who voted 2000 points on Isabella? Stop it. It's not ready yet. Stop it. All right. Isabella. What was the question I did? Will she show us Brazilian spirit? I guess that was the question. And now we're gonna do it for 20 minutes instead of 30 seconds. So that guys can vote. All right. Now we can officially start vote on the new prediction. Yeah, twin prediction. Yes, twin predictions. You always love seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! On move 80 is maybe the last chance. Yeah, and once the lance was taken, the king escaped to the edge, right, guys? We saw it. So indeed, it's the last chance. I disliked this move. Pawn drop 7-6. Probably dislike is also a weird translation. Yadeshta means like dislike, but yeah, I mean it's like disliked. To be uncomfortable. Yeah, okay. You guys should believe in her samurai spirit. Yes, definitely, Mifa. Definitely. And you voted on no. So you're actually doubting her. It is a little difficult. So we have 27 points for no and 1,000 points, 10,000 points for yes. So yes means that she will win, no that she will lose, of course. King 8-5 is knight drop 7-7, capture ring, or approaching the king, surrounding, pushing king back, let's call it. Looking over. Like the yoru is like basically approaching the king or putting the king in a position that he won't be able to escape from. So all those meanings are inside of that word. So basically it seems like the king will be pushed back, he will be surrounded and it will be over. The king winning to you. Yeah, it is. It is. Really good. I'm coming back. Taking with gold is difficult, but also it will be over. Quite amazing line. I think there are different ways you can do that, but I can't use Twitch points to predictions because I'm not allowed in Poland. What? That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, so this way you guys see once more, we use all of our resources to push the king backwards, yeah? Because that's the only way we can prevent Gote's winning condition, which is entering king. There is plenty of countries where you can predict with 0 points. Oh. I find it very weird. Yeah. Na kanji sama was... In this way you can push the king back. Sumo nyugyoku o tomeru shimashita. Okay. The trick to not allow enemy to enter their king is to... Oh gosh. Ambush. Ooh. Machibuse. Is... make a trap for the king in the spot he doesn't want to go to. Ikareta kunai. Oh no. Spot where you don't want him to go. Something like this. Oh, in your country as well? Interesting. Ikare takunai. So the place where you don't want him to go. Make a trapeze. So we will see an example. For example. Yeah. Denmark, Korea, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Philippines, Poland, Quebec, Singapore, Sweden, and Turkey. I see. You won 6.1k, nice. The silver drop is this type of thinking. Okay, please play with intent of cannot go deeper than this. That's my translation. Then Katzen. Wait, I'm not sure if I translated correctly. Not less than my forward, yeah. See, I became like Malaysian rich king with all those points. We should do more like redeem point thing because we don't have so many things. That's all. Please, I'm rooting for you. So the next game we're gonna have, so this was Yamaguchi, yeah? Guys, remember to thank her in the chat, of 81 under the chat. The next opponent will be Ajiki, ladies Wandan. She will be playing against Isabella. Yasashi Setsume Kaisetsu, I guess. ございました。から入玉を止めることができる。うん。かな。私も応援します。I added a little bit of Japanese stuff. Because Clawmac said, I learned how to do it, but I put a little bit Japanese. Now I shall know how to stop the entering king, maybe. Like a little bit more humble. Maybe. Thanks, good luck. Dewa. All right, so we have Yamaguchi finished, and we're gonna go for. I should actually download this Kifu. I didn't download the other one. Anybody has the last Kifu? Oh gosh, should have downloaded it. We will have now Isabella's game. Coming on. If anybody's interesting about middle game of 4-5 rook, there is a study room here. And we will have her enter soon. Hopefully. Thank you, Mifa, for 5 bits. You guys are really trying to summon a train today, don't you? The prediction is still ongoing. We have 35,000 points onto yes and 47,000 onto no. Imagery. Yeah, imagery is like a mental image, or like basically it's like imagine this type of thing, I guess. I think that's yokatta no deshi. So she said, Clawmac was really strong, so I did my best to escape with the king. To enter the king. Alright, your next opponent will be entering 81 dojo now. The next lady professional teacher. In a second. Isabella is here, I hope. Yes. All right. And no, Isabella, don't wait for the game. You will be, if you wait for the game, you will give handicap instead of given handicap. So please challenge her instead of waiting. Real escape artist. Yeah. I'm gonna say you Mochila. JP maybe. Ah, you got. So we have Ajiki online, so now she will be waiting for a game. Dewa. And then we'll send her this. Isabella, right? Okay, so we will have now Ajiki Lady Pro set up the handicap room. She needs to figure it out because I think it's her first time doing it. She's doing it all for you guys. Lily's bullying someone. Oh no. And then hi. And we will ask Isabella to challenge Ajiki as soon. Yes, here it is. So please, Isabella, challenge the Ajiki teacher. All right, here we go. So it's 4-piece handicap. Whoop. And Isabella top 3, the third place of the Tourney the Queen tournament. The teaching game 4-piece handicap has started right now. 4-piece will be much easier to win than 2-piece. It requires a little bit of knowledge, and I shall not be spoiling what type of knowledge that is. I'm gonna, with pleasure, watch whenever Isabella has made those preparations to use this knowledge to her advantage. And of course, if you guys are wondering, what is TTQ? What is going on? Remember to check our Discord. We have this special channel called TT Series, where it has the link to the explanatory page. TT Series is our tournament, and you can register for the season 5 until Monday. And yeah, if you win, you will have chance to have such epic games against a Shogi professional player. We will still have another event with professional player playing against the winners of TTJ, TTS, and TTM, and that's gonna be in 2 weeks, in the second Sunday of February, which is 13th. 13th of February. It's gonna be Tobe, 7 Dan, and there will be some cool things happening, so no spoilers. If you want to get notified, remember to join our Discord. We will ping you. We will put an event in top left of the Discord. And even if you belong to other Shogi servers, we will still ping you. We will send announcement to our neighboring Shogi Discord so that everyone will be able to join this amazing event with us. So you see, the common point is that of all those handicaps is that the handicap giver will put the silver on 5-3 over here. And the common point will be to keep this bishop line open, yeah? So here Isabella is a little bit late to push this pawn, and maybe Ajiki has a chance to keep it close, but she chooses not to. That's all right. So now Isabella needs to choose what she's going to play, whenever she goes for silver tandem, whenever she goes for a castle or just attacks. Those preparations should have been made beforehand. Or you can also play Shogi as usual type of approach. I also used to like this approach, so we're gonna see what is Isabella's idea for this 4-piece handicap, yeah? The TTQ tournament was also a handicap tournament for female only, so they had a lot of occasion to train their handicap game, yeah, against each other. So let's see what she will play in this game. Mifa says, I trust to Isabel, but the icon next to your nickname tells otherwise, Mifa. Yeah, so the professional accounts actually are set up automatically on 5,000 points, Isoga Shifu, so it's my account also, as you can see, is set up at 5,000. Pro, okay, pro. She plays the same moves as you do in handicap? That means you play well, Mifa, of course. So if I win TTS, can I choose to invite the pro player I choose? Well, CO, if you have the power of inviting a professional player. You can always invite a professional player, but yeah, the way it worked this season is that I asked Nekomado for help, and they asked the professional players who were available, and Tobe Sensei happened to be available, so this is how it was chosen. So no, you cannot ask for Fuji. You cannot. I would have to pay too much money for that as well. You would get me bankrupt. Because the higher the rating, you pay more usually. I don't think this is how Nekomado works, but generally, yeah, you cannot just ask any pro you want. There are schedules, there are availabilities, and of course, title holder, that's another story. But you have to buy him the lunch? No, that's at least what you have to do, but there's a lot of other things you have to do together with that. Yeah, that's something you're expected to do, yes, of course. Mifasoivo. Yep. If I have the right to invite pro, there will be only one who I would invite, Nishiyama, right? You kept talking about Nishiyama the last week, so. Karolina, right? Well, you guys have me every day, so that's not gonna be a cool event, would it be? Oh, you just wanna play against Yamaguchi Eriko? Well. Alright, so far we have not a very dynamic opening. Here you have the 4/4 pound finally played by Ajiki. She will be able to support with the silver or the gold. Isabella is moving her rook to the 4 file, which is the file you would like to pressure. That's cool. If she will be able to put a pressure like this and like this, that would be great. But let's see if that's the idea that she had. The minus for now is that this bishop is blocked, so that's not optimal. Unless we have some thought behind it, so we're gonna see in a second. This opening reminds me of the game I played versus Maple. Yeah. I played even a game with Morishi Sensei in 2 years ago. He played his favorite Yagura beating Mayurishino. Ooh. Wait, he was... How did you... Where was it? That's my question. Isabella is exchanging the 4/5 pawn to get a pawn in hand. That's not a bad idea. And our king is still in the middle, so we'll have to take care of that. We also will be able to see Ajiki play some aggressive move at some point, hopefully. But because it is... Yeah, okay, so pushing this pawn is a standard as well. Because this is 4-piece handicap, having no lens in the corner somewhat complicates the situation. So the idea I talked about in this type of handicap, because there is no lens in the corner, you would like to expose that fact somehow. Here, because Isabella is playing the standard thing, it's not gonna really expose the edge yet. But for example, if we had a nice edge attack, it would be easier to break through because of no lenses, yeah? Nekomado is a company that is in Nekomado. Oh, cool. Nekomado is a company... I didn't know you lived in Japan. Interesting. A company that promotes shogi. It's made by, and I guess we call it CEO, I don't know. Is Madoka Kitao, Lady Pro? She's like one of those lay shogi professionals that have a company. It's so epic. And she's active as a pro as well, so it's double epic. She is one of those rare people who also inputs the effort into shogi promotion abroad. She translated English books with Hidechi. So she also organizes teaching games. So this is why Kent was able to play against Morichi Sensei. Yeah. And Neko Mado is basically, you know, Mado, like Madoka, and Neko. I don't remember if it was her favorite cat or a favorite animal, or she was, her nickname, I think, was Nemuri Neko or something like that on Twitter. So this is why it combined into that, I think. But Mado also means window, so it's kind of funny. It's like cat window. Nekomato 48-hour stream, they selected me to be representative because it was my first time. Ah, the online one. Cool. Nekomato is cool but Madoka Kitawa's greatest achievement is inventing Dobutsu Shogi. Not like she invited somebody to Japan and created the first professional player from abroad, but sure, Dobutsu Shogi, alright. By the way, Madoka is probably one of the people who also like helped creating the Rico Cup invitation system. I'm pretty sure she had something to do with it, so she really pushed us forward. Gosh, I was dying. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, she also created the Shogi. And it's on Switch even nowadays, right? So it's pretty amazing. Pretty impressive. All right, so we have Isabella still with the king in the center. That's concerning. If Ajiki decides to jump with the knight on 7-3, it's gonna target to fork the silvers. That's one option, yeah, here. The other option is to use this knight. We have to be careful about this edge being not protected. And Isabella now is moving the silver. One cool place for the silver will be to go here and open up the bishop. This is something that we talked about our book stream as well. She played that move. It's about the mobility, yeah? We activate the bishop at the move loss. Beautiful. So Ajiki now played this move, which forces this line to be open, and therefore this move is a perfect. Now we're targeting pawn drop next in order to promote bishop. That's beautiful. Ajiki is now trying to block off that pawn, but I think we can continue the pressure with this knight. For now, our king is a little bit too much in center, perhaps, but eventually we would like to do the so. Brave king needs no castle. True. Quite, for now, I'm really proud of Isabella because she's using her time very carefully. She created a very careful shape. Of course, you know, the fight will start from now on, but seems like every move has a lot of consideration into it. So it's really cool. The proper way you approach those teaching games. Okay. So we are able to exchange the knights, but apart from that, we won't be able to promote our bishop yet. So if we go to the silver here, we drop, take, knight takes. Instead of retaking the knight, we would like to promote the bishop first. So the reason why we wouldn't be able to do it in this situation is that bishop promotion would mean that this knight can promote. So that would target our rook or lose our silver. I mean, it is also considerable, but the rook would be in trouble. Yeah, we don't wanna that. So putting the silver here, and in the same shape of knight being here, the silver will be protecting those two things. Of course, the rook is temporarily blocked, but let's be honest, those pieces are protecting here, it would be blocked anyway. So having this, we're now able to threaten a very strong pawn drop next. Really good shape for Isabella. By the way, Koshiro, you know that you actually... maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord. I send it to you, yeah. Just don't say it because it's private information, I guess. Okay. I thought it might be interesting to you. So we are deleting the central king. That's really good from Isabella. We are a little bit short on time. We have 5 minutes, but yeah. Always suck the rook. Yeah. All right. So, of course, handicap giver has to show up some resistance, has to create some sort of investment or strong point. Taking a vanguard pawn like this is one way. We need to probably keep this knight not jumped because if there would be an exchange here, the king will have to protect this pawn, for example, maybe. This is good engagement from Isabella. She's now trying to utilize on the fact that this line is open, trying to do something, but maybe a little bit too early. We will definitely be able to pair this move with this one and try to break here. That's another idea. Or simply end up on pawn exchange. We're gonna see. Don't trade the rook, just suck it. Exactly. I mean, so how does it work, guys? It's kind of a meme of Mifa talking about rook sacrifice, but basically, you either want to promote your rook and use it strongly, or if you cannot, you want to exchange it so that you have pieces you can use instead, yeah? So in this way, you sacrifice the rook for something. To approach the king would be the best example. You break the final defense, you set up a hishi, you win type of situation, yeah? So here Isabella didn't go for like a big punch, she made a small punch by exchanging the central pawn. This way she has more time to castle her king. That's fine, of course. Next 4-5 pawn is a possibility. The problem now, if she exchanges the knight, there will be a 9 drop here. So we have to be aware of that. What would be the best approach? Like, we can always forcefully try to promote the bishop, but we have to be aware of the counterattacks. So usually the castle we want to do something like this, or maybe at least this, to keep the connection between those two pieces. I don't think she's in a hurry yet. And Ajiki tries to expose this weakness here, yeah? So if the knight exchange happens, she will target this knight drop. Of course, taking it now, pawn takes is still okay. We have one more move to defend. We could even consider moving the silver back to reopen the rook line, target the pawn drop, stuff like that, I think. But there are many ways to continue. A very close game so far. Okay. Why do I have to jinx it? So now we are able to exchange the knights and drop the 5/6 knight. We have to be careful about that. Mifa, you will have to tell us if that's enough of the samurai spirit. Interesting. Yeah. Is it enough of the samurai spirit by your standards? Oh, we have the option of actually taking it. Oh no, but the knight would retake. Never mind. If the silver would retake, the knight promotes, but knight takes and continues the attack. So yeah, that's much better here. And now we have the option of dropping the knight. Yeah, if we take, then bishop will promote, so we cannot do that. What we want to do is rather invite this pawn push. The problem is we cannot really retake it because there's two pieces versus one. And yeah, now our rook is under attack. So Ajiki is showing some counter attack punches. The king lost the Spartan spirit hiding in the castle. Oh no. Yeah. Goodbye, your knight. Yeah. TT serious. We should post a link because somebody asked, like, what is it? So we shall post a link. And if you guys don't know what is it, you should check this page as well. So now the king is a little bit in the open. But yeah, we could promote the bishop here, so that isn't a bad exchange. The problem is bishop alone is not able to do anything, yeah? We have two knights in hand though. So that's nice. If we were to take it with the rook, it's gonna be blocked off again, so I would recommend promote the bishop. And then probably what's going to happen, we have to continue guarding this pawn. Although it won't be very easy because we have knights to like recontest that file. And somewhat like knight pawn drop harassing this gold type of deal. Let's go register to this tournament. Yeah, right, I know. It's such a great tournament. You have a chance to play against pro, and even if you don't win, you have a chance to cheer against people playing against pro. And what you get in exchange is weeks of shogi experience, motivated play, analyzing the game together. Whoa, what a deal. And you even get the D-mile points at the end of the tournament if you play all the rounds. Wow, that means you have a free avatar on 81 dojo almost. Okay, let's agree. Avatar is 1000 points. You get only 300 points. But if you do it 3 times, it's almost like an avatar. King is now near the rook, and the pawns are getting closer to the king. I can smell disaster. Oh no. If Mifa can smell... what is this knight? You can see her selecting a knight. Now I wonder where would that go to. Uh-huh. So what if we drop the silver here? To attack those two pieces at the same time. That's a little bit problematic. This way we won't be able to promote. Quite problematic. Yes, we're targeting pawn drop, but there's no follow-up on it. If the bishop is not here targeting the gold, maybe. If you drop the silver, the only way to like defend the knight is either move the king or drop the pawn. We don't want to move the rook. It's kind of troubling to defend that knight. The possible options are like knight drop, pawn drop, king up, but king up is like, ooh, it's so much in center, it's scary, yeah? And also next to the rook, as Mifa mentioned. Pawn push. All right, so the idea of it is to draw the bishop closer, then drop the silver, which will be much more having more tempo, yeah? The bishop would go back, this would be taken immediately. Pawn takes means the bishop will be blocked, so it's really interesting pawn sacrifice from Majiki. But yeah, so far it's a really exciting game. The problem now is that Isabella will enter Biomi in less than 1 minute. So Biomi pressure is always problem. The other problem, bishop takes silver drop, bishop can go here, make a check. So that's gonna become a little bit of complication. Silver drop go here, probably gold goes to the side to protect that while attacking the bishop. And we could try to punch it, like sacrifice, drop the pawn. The problem is our rook is under attack and very close to the king, so we cannot really heavy punch when our king is in the open, yeah? It's the problem. Sack the bishop. No! The other, yeah, sacrifice could be like on the 5-5 square, actually. But we're gonna see, Okay, we'll be back in a second. And we're back. The check happened, actually. The silver drop and check happened as predicted. Now the question is, how do we protect it? The knight jump isn't happening because of the bishop promotion. King escape wouldn't be as forceful because you would have time to do something about the knight. I would expect the gold. But we're gonna see. Currently, Isabel is in Biomi, so she will have 1 minute per move from now on. We're gonna also consider checking how she uses that time. Yesterday, Lily was playing really quickly in the Biomi, but the proper way to use Biomi is to think until you have like 10 seconds left and then play the move, because you don't want to play the next move. You want to think about 10 moves ahead, for example. Yeah, prepare yourself mentally for the next move to not be surprised. Yeah, thanks to that, you're saving more time for the future. It seems like you have 1 move per minute, 1 minute per move, but actually, because you're spending the previous minute on the move ahead, you have, for example, 1.5 minutes per move. practically speaking. So Ajiki chose more direct move, attacking the bishop using the gold. Now it's a little bit of a critical situation for Isabella. Yes, she's like a silver versus knight down, so it's already huge pieces advantage. If she were to sacrifice the bishop, that would be more pieces advantage, but not sure if we have any other option because the knight will be taken for free. And please notice, if this knight is taken for free, it's like she lost the whole silver for nothing, yeah? That's how it feels. If she sacrifices... Alright, so the knight will be taken, that's for sure. And she was targeting a knight drop here or here. If the silver takes the knight, this square is protected, so probably this will happen, but the rook is under attack. So unfortunately, there is too much going on for her to be able to counter attack. And this is something what we talked on our book streams, the attacking piece preservation, yeah? Our attacking piece was taken, and our other attacking piece is under attack. So that's very unfortunate because it changes the flow of the game, and now the attacking side is being attacked. That's the worst nightmare, basically, in Shogi. Even though you were attacking, you ended up being attacked, so the counter attack was too powerful. The rook has only one space to go, which is backward one square. And now Ajiki will have to do something about this knight drop, basically. Which could be like distracting this bishop, redropping the pawn, moving the king to relieve this gold from being pinned. There are many options here. Now, if we were to attack the bishop would go here, threaten to promote. So we have to consider that. Any other move, like moving the king, would feel a little bit of weak because it doesn't threaten anything. Same with the pawn. It might feel a little bit weak. So instead, we're gonna take care of our vanguard pawn, yeah? This vanguard pawn is a big value for Ajiki. So she takes care of it. Fun fact, if you were to try to trap the silver, for example, like this, you can still play this move because there's gonna be a fork. It's kind of silly. It just... one way to think about it, yeah? The king and the rook are really close to each other. Isabella now is using her Byoyomi. So far, her Byoyomi usage was pretty good. She spends between 35 to 45 seconds per move. So it's really good. Byoyomi usage is something that we as community are not really used. And now Ajiki is also in Byoyomi. Silver goes back. So yeah, we took care of that weakness over here. For now, it's all safe. We would be able to counterattack here eventually. Isabella still have the option of dropping the knight. So there's a lot to look at on the board basically now. But so Isabella is one silver down basically. Yeah? If you look, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 1, 2, 3, and the silver belongs to Ajiki, so she has silver advantage. This is probably a pawn that we don't want to take because then the silver enables the rook. But then what else do we do? Yeah, it's quite difficult. So we took it. And now if the silver exchange happens here, you know, this rook will be cross rook attacking for one square and the silver on 6-5. We have the option, of course, to like take this pawn or something. Trying to block this bishop somehow. Taking away this escape route, for example, we have that option. Also escaping this fork. But let's see what Ajiki plays.
30秒 40秒 50秒 1、2
Yeah, so that was a point that, not sure if I mentioned, this goat is hanging. So it was the only piece in what has come that wasn't really working. So moving it to use seems very good as well. Not sure about the timing because of this move, yeah. If we take it, we have this crossing rook working still. So we won't take it, but then our weakness will become bigger. So it's kind of concerning. We could count on some Tesuji over here, like attacking the king's head pawn takes, trying to break through. But I don't think we have enough resources to do so.
30秒
And suddenly Isabella seems like having a little bit more chances in this
40
position
秒
than before. Knight drop, alright. Trying to block off the rook. Ajiki, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, Ajiki is actually a pretty defensive player. And I play with her often as well. We usually play double swinging rook. She has a very different style than what we've seen so far today and yesterday. So this knight is one of those examples. It's a little bit more defensive, yeah, based.
40秒
The other thing is, it also blocks this crossing rook. The problem, depending on the situation, you will also have this move.
50秒
I don't think that it's possible soon.
3 4
Knight. Isabella's holding a knight. I would expect this one. Yes, cool. So we're gonna able to lower the piece disadvantage that we had. We had a silver disadvantage. If we exchange the knight for the gold, it means we're at knight disadvantage instead. So that's a pretty good deal. Pretty good pin for Isabella. And gold being a very strong defensive piece. Really cool. Okay, but the problem is we're losing this guy. So the advantage of the gold becomes an exchange of generals, so we're still at disadvantage. Unfortunate. The rook will have to move. We are able to do one check before that. I would really like to see move like this next, trying to promote, but the rook is under attack, so it's quite rough still for Isabella. The timing, yeah. Timing was a little bit wrong here. Probably we had to take it first and then drop it here to make it a little bit better.
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8
So yeah, the silver will be taken. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 silvers on the board, one in hand. That's 5 silvers, so still 1 silver advantage. And this piece is falling, so we'll have silver and knight advantage, yeah. Now, this knight isn't really exploitable with this 2 silvers protecting its head. The rook is painfully out of its way. And the bishop, the only hope is the bishop, basically, if we are able to activate it or not. I don't have much hope for the rook. And we will end up giving another knight to the opponent, so we have to be really careful. I would say it's a good fight, and if Isabella manages to do something with the bishop, it's still a good fight. Okay, we're concentrating on activating the rook instead. That's also an option. Maybe sabaki it for some general. And this is one of the weaknesses that I mentioned before. King's head. The silver together with this knight, with the silver in hand, will be able to kind of expose it more. If the pawn takes, I expect silver to go here, threaten a silver drop at the king's head while attacking the knight, something like that. We're not gonna take it directly like that. We're gonna take it sideways. That's what I'm expecting, at least. Here, and triple attack on this square versus 2 defensive pieces. In that kind of situation, you don't want to take that silver. Yeah, we're forced to take it here, of course. Do we have any defense? We will have a gold in hand, but it's a quite difficult piece to drop to defend. This pawn will be a huge asset now in surrounding the king, right? Now this pawn looks really slow in comparison. So Ajiki, now that she was able to activate the 6-5 silver, she will have a little bit of edge here.
30秒
Okay, yeah, and you notice that the knight is hanging, that's good. And knight takes knight is the only option. Then the question is, what do we do about the silver drop here? If we were to leave it like this and drop the silver, king would escape, we take the gold, the rook retakes, but then we're able to promote a piece, and the promoted piece will be attacking the rook while threatening the king, so that won't be very good. So we are kind of forced to do something here. If we were to drop the gold here, I think it's gonna be difficult because we have another knight in hand now. We can always exchange the pieces on this square and redrop the knight on 5-5. That's what I expect is going to happen. And that's because, you know, Ajiki has those 2 well-placed pieces, and there is a fork on the gold and a rook now. Or even, yeah, with the knight. Or with the silver. One of those. It's quite painful.
,30秒 ,40秒
And the knight comes in, forking the rook and the gold. Really painful drop. So you can clearly see how beautiful this knight drop was, yeah? At first it looked not really aggressive, but it blocked off the whole rook and it becomes a pivotal point in the attack. How beautiful this 5-5 knight was, yeah? And we didn't protect this gold because that was kind of, as we talked, a little bit weak move to defend that gold. The king is white though, so it's really hard to capture it. Probably we're not gonna care about defending the knight. We could take this gold with a check, or we could take the rook. That's a big question for handicap giver. I think taking the gold is possible as well.
30秒
Taking the rook means we go for pawn promotion next. It's a very slow but stable attack. I mean, slower in comparison of taking the gold, but it's a very stable good attack. So as long as Isabella don't have a Hishi, this attack will be devastating, yeah, and winning. It's so beautiful. Sorry, I don't know Fusako Sensei. Her name is Ajiki, yeah?
30秒
Ajiki is her family name. Yes, you should know her then, yeah? Ajiki Sensei. She's also number 22, yeah? Very experienced lady professional player. And her teacher is Aono Sensei. If you guys know the book Better Moves for Better Shogi,
50秒
that's the sensei, yeah?
2 3 4 5 6 7
Yeah, so you can see here Aono lying down, yeah? So this is a check, trying to relocate the horse. King will run toward this side, I imagine. Sorry guys. The yesterday midnight stream was quite rough. We could consider dropping a pawn, but the gold will come in, so I think it's better to just run slightly away. And this never-ending threat is here. Speaking of the king escaping, like the entering king talk, yeah? Here, it's some similar idea. We're not allowing this king to escape forward because this silver is hanging around, yeah? So this is this trap piece that we talked about before, the ambush. It's just waiting for the king here, yeah? So there are different ways you can look at the position. You have the attack here, but also actually you're preventing the king from escaping here and eventually preventing the king from escaping here. So this silver is a huge piece on the board, considering this horse's existence. So this is why one move I would consider is to pressure that piece. But instead, Isabella decided to surround the king like this, which is one idea, but she has only knight in hand. So the pawn promotion will be quite threatening on her king. And a pawn promotion itself is a checkmate threat, I would like to say. Either a checkmate or like almost forced checkmate. You take this, if they retake, you drop the rook. If they start running, you drop the gold, the king run, you take the gold, the king run. And then I'm not sure what happens when he's on the edge yet. But at least it will look very, very surrounded. So now we're gonna do this. The gold can be taken with tempo. Early escape is a good idea in general, yes. But in this case, I don't think we have enough pieces to counterattack after that, unfortunately.
30秒
So again, threatening the gold drop here. King runs, take the gold, king runs. We have the same pieces in hand. So we could consider sacrificing the silver on this square to drop the rook and chase the king, or simply surround it by dropping the pawn onto here or a silver onto here. Okay. So we took this piece over here. That's not really important for the attack anymore. I think the gold drop will be a good follow-up. And as I mentioned, if the king ran here, this horse was defending. So now I think because the horse is not here, it walks into Atsume variation. Go drop and king and go drop at the head type of deal. We don't even need the rook, basically. The other variation would be to sacrifice the silver, drop the rook, drop piece, king runs here, go drop at the head, also would work. So I think it's checkmate. The most simple variation is, of course, take, drop a silver at the head, drop a gold at the head. This is the basics of this line.
30秒
Basically, two generals at the head finished on gold is like a checkmate, yeah? So based on this pattern, we'll have a very
40
longer
秒
pattern with the king escaping, but again, ending up on gold at the head over here. So this is how those different endgame patterns like connect with each other, yeah?
2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
And here is the resignation. Good game though. Really, I felt like she was thinking about every move. I'm really proud of Isabella. Really a lot of effort put into it. If you have any question, Isabella, or anyone, just type it in the chat. I'm gonna translate. Not sure if Isabella is here yet, probably not. But I think we understand that I'm gonna translate, so. Good game. Ay, ay. So now I will make sure that we know how to do the post-game discussion, because it's very first time I think Ajiki is doing this type of teaching on 81 Dojo, so I'm just gonna make sure she knows how to do it. Alright, we're gonna do some post-game discussion. Yay! Cheering. 9 bits. The prediction is, unfortunately, the outcome is that Isabella didn't win, but I think it was really amazing game for us to watch. Isabellaなんで矢印で記憶面を選んでもらってコメントをしてください。私は翻訳します。何か、キーポイントを教えて。Please teach Isabella some key points. That's what I'm asking. Obrigada. It means thank you, basically. So I asked Ajiki to give us a few key points to teach Isabella. $81 is pretty nice. It gives the host to the handicap giver so that they can teach immediately after the game. I think it's very, very useful. Okay, we will have Ajiki Sensei typing something for us about this position. Yeah, but I'm really, really impressed with Isabella's thoughtfulness. Out of today's games, I think like both players here show their fighting spirit, let's say it. Really, really good game to watch. No katachi. Your opening shape was really good, I thought. Is she typing? GG? No. She's explaining the positions. I do not know how to speak Portuguese. I just know the obrigado and obrigada. And because I'm from Europe, I can guess that some words mean something because it's similar, but I just can guess. Yeah, I don't necessarily know what it means. Currently, I'm learning some German, so I'm more confident in understanding some of the German words. But yeah, Portuguese, not at all. Oh. 矢印がわからないけど。PC マウスを使ってクリックしてどこかのコマの上クリックして別場所に離す。Communication, accept arrows. I'm not sure if I'm seeing the arrows. So. 桂馬を跳ねているので、my knight has jumped, so my edge is weaker. Maybe you could target it. I assume she's talking about this. We have Isabella typing, we have Ajiki analyzing a little bit more of the game in the meantime. We're gonna see where this post-game discussion is going into. And just a quick reminder to you guys that the registration for the TT series ends on Monday. So if you're still thinking of registering, now is the last time to do so. And if your rating changed during the time from when you registered, make sure you update it in the registration form. And in 2 weeks, we'll have another teaching game. So if you want to keep notified, join our Discord. On move 44. Isabella pointed out that 5-6 is a weakness. Knight takes, pawn takes. And then defending the knight drop s6 would be good. I just explained to Ajiki that she doesn't have to only type, she can actually show you the variation on the board because 81 Dodge allows that. So let's see if she will figure that out. Okay. Oh, okay, she did. Cool. All right. And then maybe she will show us how to defend the 5-6 square. But yeah, this variation will be good, yeah? So you take the knight, pawn takes, and then defend it, yeah, with silver back. Oh, Erika, thank you for subscribing. 17 months, welcome back. You just joined us at the end of the third handicap game. We're in post-game discussion currently. You always show up too late. I think you were streaming as well, so that's something like this. I like how she's learning how to use arrows. That's so cute. She didn't know how to use arrows and she's trying. It's so cute. She's doing her best to teach you guys. It's the best. She's the best. Yeah, so she's pointing out the 4-5 pawn and the bishop line. Like this combination attack type of. Yeah, so that was a good way. Okay. So I think she will mention that bishop promotion here was better, perhaps. Isabella dropped the knight, which became the issue. Yeah, it was. It ended up being taken for free, so I don't think that's. Yeah. Yeah, good, good. We're learning. I know it's kind of weird, but I've met many professionals, whenever lady or pro, that didn't actually know how to use computer. I found it really weird because I studied the computer science myself, but it kind of makes sense. Like they would concentrate on shogi instead. But yeah, they would also learn very quickly how to use it in order to promote shogi. So each time it amazes me. Yeah. The speed they kept getting the things, yeah. But yeah, it's quite weird, yeah, from my perspective. And if you guys ever met Ajiki in real person, she's such a nice person. Wow. I don't know if I've ever met like more kind person. I don't know how to use computer to me fine. Yeah, right. So yeah, basically, if you promote the bishop and the silver drop, you cannot capture the horse because it will be taken away. I asked her to like play it off without. You met her in 2002? Ah, that's so cool. In Brazil, actually, or? Makudeki. Sen. You're able to make a horse. I said you weren't sure about silver drop. But it is fine like this. Yeah. Ah, Shogi Forum. Cool, yeah. 2002, that's so long ago. 18 years ago. Oh my god, Koshiro, we're getting We're getting older. So old we are. Totally. Naruhodo. I met Bros, I don't remember his name. He said that he knows me, but I never met him before. Lol, he seemed to misunderstand me for someone else. That happens. That happens. Oh, this is a powerful combination. The gold will be now taken for free, yeah. Whoops, she didn't prompt the phone. Yeah, but that works. That's a good variation to show, yeah. Yeah, we're getting old, yeah. He shall not the rook position is bad, but once you get a horse, you can attack in various ways. So I asked her to give us maybe like 1-2 points to finish, because it's like 1 hour and a half. So usually that's the length of the teaching game. So we're gonna ask her to point out like 1 or 2 more points for Isabella to finish this off. Oh, the silver could have been chastened away. Ooh, that's such a cool variation. Oh, that's a good one. Let's see what she says about this one. There was an attack like this. Oh, Kakunoi, the bishop is in a very good spot. Subarashi. 狙っているのが良かったです。Its pressure is really good. Subarashi, yeah. One more good move you had. This, okay, let's wait for the full sentence. This pawn 7-6. 4-6. Pawn drop 4-6. was a great way to use the 3-7 silver. Great idea. Yeah, so this is the point that we talk about, that the silver was hanging and the rook should have escaped. That's the point, yeah. You could defend pawn for 7 once. You played well and did your best. Something. That's not the end of the sentence, so I need to know where is it leading up to. Okay, you played well and did your best throughout the game. That's not how you write that word. Nope. Through the game, let's translate it. It was very difficult for me. So basically, the last sentence is complimenting Isabella for playing very good moves in parts of the game that create a difficult situation for Ajiki sensei. No chat, okay. Yeah, really good job, I think Isabella did in this game. Well, result is result, yeah. Part of the game is, of course, to have a fight, and the fight needs to have an outcome, but I really thought she did well. 本当にありがとうございました。この対局ができて嬉しかったが、狙いがとても your piece targeting was really good. Please do your best from now on. Thank you so much. 勉強になりました。藤木先生。Thailand Shogi be like Zeno unactive. Are you doing your, like, do you have a club? Do you promote Shogi? Alright, guys. Yeah, Clawmac already played 1 hour ago. If you wanna watch this game, you will have to watch the vote, Ghoststone. I'm not gonna spoil the result. It was 2-piece handicap. You promote Shogi in my country, create a group of Thai players. Well, then make sure you meet up and make sure you also gather like new players, because playing among yourselves, that's cool, but you need like more players to join you, and instead of crushing them, you want to teach them. Thanks to COVID, no one's active. Well, you can continue your activity online, like we do. Someone is about to raid you, but we're finishing. Poleno Cup just raided with party of 12 viewers. Welcome, guys. Did it all finish? Well, we just finished our main event, which was the professional games. But hey, we can talk about something else. I don't know what is Koleno Cup doing here. Do you have any questions about Shogi? I'm now free to answer. That's a creepy face. Hello, everyone. Hello. This is the player I was playing against in the game you joined and left. How did it go? Do you want to play as well? You just learned today Shogi from Shogi Explain. Oh, we know Shogi Explain really well. Welcome, welcome. Did Shogi Explain tell you about our amazing Discord where we all gather and talk about Shogi and study together? She adopted me in chess. Aww. Cold one? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It was a handicap game, right? If you wanna get crushed by me in an even game, we can play, of course. In my defense, I'm drunk. Okay. No, I win the game. Thank you for following, VTG Baron. I won every game of Shogi and chess we played. Lee actually won moderation in my channel because of that 10-0 win streak. Whoa. Hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Well, Lily had her chance against Lady Professional Player today at midnight. Her power will only grow. Yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna spy on the Polish samurai. So next stream we will have will be on Tuesday. It will be the chess stream with Paul. We will have the Shogi stream on Thursday. And of course, Sunday and Saturday, we have our usual Shogi thing. And if you guys don't know, we also have Tourney to Series Season 5 starting on Monday, or Tuesday, I guess. The registration is until Monday. So if you guys wanna be part of it and get chance to win a game against professional like we watched today, this is the link explaining how to join us. It is required for you to play one Shogi game per week, but we also have categories. If you're a new player, you can join our new player category. And play. I'm confused what was my setting for this. Boop. Now it's better. All right. So yeah. And also if you're a female, we have a special tournament just for female only. Feel free to join. right. I'm actually extremely exhausted. I think we're gonna finish the stream for now. Sunday Shogi, unfortunately, I will have to skip on. We already streamed for 6 hours today. But if you really have some Kifu you want me to analyze, please send it to me on the Discord. In the Shogi Games channel, I shall take a look. Just make sure you ping me. Yeah, ping me that please analyze this offline. And I'm gonna take a break. I'm totally Billy is playing totally half dead now. Thank you, Viradin. Thank you so much. Yeah, compared to Shogi lifestyle, I'm total noob and I cannot stream for long. I'm horrible. All right, thank you guys for coming, and I will see you on Tuesday or on the Discord, of course, every day. And for now, take care. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.